Hello and welcome to Games That Grow Your Biz live today. We are here today. I am Jean Berry, your business game expert, and today we are doing a deck mixer party. And what is that, you say? It is the deck mixer party. Woohoo! It is on an incredible app called Deckible where you can actually put all of your decks in one little place right here on your phone. It's all good. So we're going to play around with that today, and I would love for you to meet today Nick Kellet, founder of Deckible and creator of all the amazingness inside there. Hi, Nick. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hi.
And we also have, ooh, hang on, there's me and you, and here we are. Astrid Mueller, yay, our brand consultant who joins us for some of all the magic that we do here inside of Games That Grow Your Biz. And I'm really excited to actually dive right into Deckible. But before we do that, Nick, can you tell us a little bit about why you decided to create this and what it is?
Yeah, well, basically, I mean, I've invented things for a living for, well, just all my 20, 30 years now. And I've always spotted things that didn't exist and gone out and created them. And um, I had a big awareness of media because I was co-founder of a startup called Listly, which is a social list platform with 1 million users. And you can make lists of this and lists of that. So I was very focused on it because lists and books and video and photographs, all these different media types kind of rise to the fore, and there's a winner in each of these categories. And I was working on the self-help space, and I became aware of card decks, and I realized they'd just not been digitized. And I was like, whoa, this is like Listly, but a second opportunity to do it and recreate something specific to card decks. And there's just something so tactile and engaging about card decks that's just not there. And that's, I think, why the experience has not gone digital to this point, because people have made a rigid, kind of flat experience. And what we've aimed to do is to create that feeling that you actually have the card deck on in your hands, like you're shuffling, you're touching, you're moving, you're pinching and zooming, right? And why does that matter? Well, when you're in a growth moment or you're trying to coach someone or teach somebody or learn something, the only thing I can guarantee is everyone turns up to those kind of meetings with resistance, right? Objections, fear, uncertainty. And the best way to get rid of that is to engage. If you can cause your client or the people involved in whatever you're doing to engage and lower their barriers, they forget that they're resistant and they begin to enjoy themselves and they participate, and that's when the growth happens. And so that's why card decks are so magical, and that's what I've obsessed with, is creating that experience digitally. And I think we've done a pretty darn good job to this point. And
Yeah.
honestly, it's a marathon, not a sprint. We're not done yet by a long shot, but it's a pretty damn good start.
Yeah, so
So
I was going to
that's a
go
little
straight
bit
to the
why.
app, but I think Astrid has something to say. So,
I was just going to say, I was excited when I saw the app come out, how beautifully it's designed and how visual it is. As a designer, I need things to be beautiful that I want to play with them. That's why I love Apple products. And
Right.
yeah, that's just a really cool thing that you can move things around and touch them, make them big. And today, I'm excited about this special new feature that's actually inspired us all to call as a mixer party. So, Jean,
Oh yeah,
you
yeah,
want to
yeah.
share
okay,
whoever?
well, let's go ahead and go straight to the screen because, like, seriously, we just need to see this, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, now everyone knows my secret
Oh, so
code.
you.
I'm going to have to change it forever. So you see, I have Deckible already loaded on my computer, or my iPad rather. And before we do the kind of reading and look at that, I want to go actually to the store because there are so many cool decks in here. Nick, how many decks are in here now?
Oh, 400 and something. I don't like. I lose count. It grows
Okay,
grows every
good.
week. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
today we're going to talk about, decks, especially when we intersect with our businesses, how we grow our
right.
businesses, how we learn things and that kind of thing. And so I actually want to get one deck before I have a bunch of decks in here, but I want to get another deck that's specifically about business. And it's my friend Shannon
Right.
who made this really lovely deck, and I realized I hadn't even bought it yet. So let's go back to the deck store and let's search for it. And it is Grow with Alignment. So let's go find her deck. There it is. Okay, so it pops right up. It's so easy to get decks in here, and I love that. And so I'm purchasing this deck now. And while that downloads, there we go. Tap. There we go. Oh, did it not? It needed my face, didn't it? Bye. I have to get my face closer. Or maybe it's already in there, right? Is that what happens? I already got it. Nope. Well, while that's
I
uploading,
don't know.
I know, I'll get it. I'll get it. But while that's uploading, let's go
Uh,
ahead. What's that?
no, I was going to say that might be because you didn't. I don't know if because you didn't face scan. I
Yeah,
don't know
I
how
didn't have
that.
my
I'm not sure
face
what
on it,
happened
so
there.
I need to get my face closer. So while I'm getting that up, um, see, and this is it. When I'm in demo mode, then I end up not putting my face close enough to the thing. So
Right,
I'm
right.
gonna grab it again since I grow it.
You might. I'm thinking if it doesn't work, you might need to close out of the app and go back in. I've not seen that before.
Is that right?
I'm just guessing.
Oh, it says purchase in progress.
Nice.
Okay, so it's doing its
Oh, I
thing.
would. I have a
Maybe?
feeling if you might need to close the app down because
Okay,
it got halfway. Yeah.
all right. See, and
Anyway,
this is the great thing about,
demonstrating things live.
yes, exactly. We're going, it's moving along. Resetting.
Yeah, I'd
So
close it down. Close it down and reopen. I
while
think.
while you're doing that, I'm gonna share one more thing that I love about the app is that it's basically you don't have to, especially when you travel, you don't have to carry so many decks with you in your suitcase, but you can have all the
Right.
decks that you want in your phone. And yeah, and the cool thing about the mixer party, I'm going to give a spoiler alert, is that you can actually mix several decks at the same time. Like you can play with several decks. Because in I've never seen another
Right.
app where you can do that. So that's one of the really cool new features that I love.
And if you were to do that with your physical deck, you'd have a tortuous moment of having to separate them all afterwards, right?
Yes.
If you shuffle up multiple decks, right? So,
Oh, I've had cards
Yeah.
all over my desk and then have to find the deck that they all go in. Absolutely.
yeah.
That's awesome. We're just going to let this go one more time. So funny. All right, well, now in my demo mode.
Did
That's
you
what I
close
get
it
for
down?
wanting to. Yeah, I did. We'll try again. Otherwise, we'll play with the decks that I have because I have some really fun decks in there as well.
Nick, what are
I
you
think one
most
of the things is
excited
that
about?
one of the things is one of the things I just want to say to fill it in is that fill in the background here. But for those that don't know, the people who love decks own 10 to 20 to 50 decks, which is, that makes total sense to the people that own decks. But the people who don't, people who haven't got the deck bug yet, don't realize that. And that's why carrying 10 to 20 decks with you all the time is a serious back pain inducing exercise. Right? So you just can't carry these decks with you all the time. You have to choose which one to take with you on a trip, which is kind of sad, really.
I've done it. No, I've done it many times. All right. So, all right. This is what I want. Actually, so this is the meat of what I really want to talk about today, which is making a answering a deep question that some of our viewers perhaps are excited to actually know an answer to. And that would be for their businesses. Most people are like, how do I go to the next level? Or how do I increase my cash flow or get more people to see my thing, right? Those are the universal questions of small businesses or businesses that are growing. So Astrid, is there a question that you would like to ask of our reading today for all of our
Well,
viewers? Yes.
I think you just asked the question already. I think that's a great example. It's like, how do you get to the next level of cash flow? Because that's also your specialty with your consulting. How do you make a bigger impact and income with your business with a deck? So why not use that question? I would love to see that.
All right, cool. So let's go back to our screen share. Here we go. All right, so I've got a bunch of decks on here that won't move. There we go. So I think we will start with one card from this Sacred Attunement Oracle deck. And we're going to, somehow I landed on a different deck than the one I clicked
Oh
on.
no, that's the new onboarding screen that
Oh.
you've got. So you can just hit skip, because I think you said you loaded the new version today, right?
I
So if you
did.
hit skip,
Okay.
yeah, you're gonna see that pop up on each new screen, unfortunately. But
Oh, okay, cool.
that's for like that teaches people how to use the app when they touch it for the first time.
Right. So let's assume we're going to pull for our deck mixer. Maybe let's do like 5 cards in this. So from this deck, let's go ahead and grab one. Skip that.
You're
There
gonna
we
get
go.
that
Okay,
again.
so
Yeah,
here's
same
our
thing.
beautiful card for the first part of our reading. And let's add another one, but from a different deck. Ooh, very fun. Let's go to this one. We'll pick that one.
Well, you're gonna get that again. Yeah.
Yep,
Just-
it's all right. And so now we have these 2 cards. Oh, what happened?
You didn't. You clicked on it. You clicked it rather than dragged it.
Oh, got it. All
Click
right, so
back.
let's go drag it. There we go. I'm better. Thank you.
Yeah.
And
And if you obviously picked a card there, but you could just shuffle the deck at that point, right?
oh, right. Do a shuffle. There we go.
And then it shuffled them up so you could pick it. Just do that at any point. It's easy.
Right, that makes total sense. Well, we'll stick with Clarice that we pulled on that one. And let's go ahead and go to another deck. And let's do these life cards. And shuffle those ones. And grab that one. Whoops, I didn't drag and drop. See, I want to just touch it, Nick. We'll set that one there. And then one more. Which deck do you want? Ooh, Wisdom from the Sea. Sorry, I'm just picking. I'm just having too much fun.
You can shuffle it on. Right, exactly. You can shuffle it on any face, so you can shuffle that with all shared backs.
Oh,
and you can
sure.
also just flip that.
That makes sense. So now
I was wondering
flip
if
them.
Flip that over.
Okay, so this is the reading that we got for us. Let's move those so we can see them all. Ooh, these are actually incredibly great for our message, which is the first one we drew was this one, weaving. Honor the images of many ideas, thoughts, creations, and stories weaving together as strength, power, and a grounding force, all in alignment for your highest good.
Wow, that's amazing.
I love that. I want to flip
Yes.
this one over too. I can see the other side of that. There it is. Clarice. I am healed through love and compassion for myself. Boundless opportunities are available to you. That's the perfect business reading. Boundless opportunities are available for you. And then we had this life card, which is gratitude is much greater than thankfulness. And goes on to say, traveling up the levels of divine. Wow, there's a deep message inside of this one, I know. It's the beginning and end of our journey. Salvation. We're going to weave that one into this reading. I know we are. And then we have this be unique. The seahorse tells us, don't be afraid to be unique and yourself in the world.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So actually, I'm going to take a screenshot of this because this is one of the other unique things you can do here. And then I'm going to share it on social media so you can all see this amazing reading for you and your business. Because this is incredibly powerful, and I want you to really, really feel the power of how amazing this is. Because what we can do then is we can actually journal on all of this. You saw when I clicked on that, it has this journal prompt right here. And when we click that, we actually can start to write down what are all those deep insights that we have. What's showing up when I say be unique? Right? So we get to say, I'm so excited about, so
And,
excited about my world, right?
and
And
there's a
these
speaking
things
function,
And
stay.
right?
you can just talk to it. You don't
And I
realize
could
that.
just talk to it. Yeah, there we go. And just touch, where's the little thing that touches the, oh, there it is,
A
microphone right
microphone
there.
on the,
Yep, the little
yeah,
microphone, we could just
there you
speak
go.
to it.
Yeah.
So I really, really love this. Okay, so now I've been talking a lot. What do you all want to say about those?
Ah,
Well, you've got,
go ahead.
whoa,
Woo, sorry.
I'm zooming
I
in to
got,
look at
I
the screen.
don't,
Oh, so
that was great.
Yeah.
Sorry, I gave you no warning for that one.
Okay.
Well,
It's
I'm so
fun. It's
excited.
so
I
cool.
should go. Oh, I love the reading that you did, Jean, and I love the opportunities that coaches, especially, and anybody who works with cards and their consulting can use in their business. So you basically demonstrated how you can bring that into a live call, into any live stream, into Zoom calls, into
Correct.
private consult. It's so cool, and it was super powerful. So you asked the question how we could use this in our business, right? Like, uh,
Right.
do you want me to say what I saw for myself, how that resonated, that reading?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So for me, I love that the weaving was like, okay, so a validation that we're building the foundation and everything is good. It's perfect, right? Because sometimes when we're building a business, we can get impatient and I think I should be further again and la la la, all those things. So it's just weaving. It's geniusly weaving. It's great. And then the second card had something for me personally about self love, which is about like letting go inner pressure and like be kind to yourself, and it's all good. And the third one I don't remember exactly, but the last one was something about the bigger vision that also felt really good. The making the bigger impact in the world. So
Yes.
I
Be
would journal
unique. Yeah,
that
then there was be unique as well. Yeah.
one. Yeah,
Awesome.
super cool.
Love that. I love that.
Yeah, very cool.
And this calls up all these opportunities to not just mix all of the wisdom that we have sitting at our fingertips from all these decks, but it also says as creators that we actually have a forum by which to impact people's worlds and their businesses and everything else through card decks. And Nick, what kind of decks are you seeing most people putting up on here? I know there's a lot of Oracle Tarot style, but in addition to
There's, there,
teaching and
yeah, there's definitely a lot of Oracle because there's a lot of people selling, create your own Oracle courses, which is part of it. But I always come down to the fact there's for a lot of people who don't understand decks or they don't feel they're not part of this world. I always give three examples. I talk about a values deck, like what do you value, and if you use a card deck and you go through the deck and you basically have to pick three things that you value out of like 50 or 60 values, then you really get clear and consistent about how you want to operate in your business and how you want to live each day. So a values deck is really important. The second one is a strengths deck, because if you know what your strengths are, don't try and fix them. Go and find who is the person that can fill in this weakness that I have, who has this strength, right, in my network. And then the third one is an emotions deck, because if we actually can name the emotions we're experiencing, we can increase our emotional vocabulary and we can actually locate where that feeling is coming from. that puts us in a much stronger position to be, much more grounded and calm and consistent throughout our day as we're checking in. Do I live to my values? Am I using my strengths? And what am I feeling? Right. That's a very simple set. But it depends where you come from. There's a lot of prompt decks on there, question decks.
Yeah.
Because I think people love to journal, but they hate a blank page. And if you just say journal, that is a blank page. Whereas if you say, what challenges are you facing today as a question?
Yeah.
Or
So then
what are
as
you
a
doing to
business
be
owner,
different?
right, as a business owner,
Yeah.
how could that, how can I use that tool to grow my business or even to have my clients have better results,
Right.
right? From going
Right.
in there and every day pulling something from my deck or from a whole suite of decks that actually will give wisdom and support to the kind of transformation that
Right.
you want to create on the planet.
Right. And you're getting, if you do it in the workplace, I mean, you specifically mentioned that, you're getting more people to be more expressive, right? And that's a hard thing to do, but you're creating a culture where people can talk about what they're feeling and their expressions and what their experiences are and what their dreams are, right? And you can create vision boarding decks. So, look at your set of cards that you created for your vision board. What is that? And that's a perfect example of picking from different decks because you can pull together your perfect vision of where you want to go next, right? So decks just they're visually inspiring for one, right? They're very tactile and they're very driven by choice. And it doesn't matter whether you're into the whole tarot space or because there's some people are more woo-woo than others or not. There is a deck that fits whatever your approach to this is, right? And there is a perfect utility and form about a card deck because it represents randomization. You can shuffle up the deck, you can divide it into groups, which helps you decision make and prioritize, right? And those are all important things that we forget in business. So just how much practicing, taking a random approach or taking a decision making process and working together. And decks are just great for that. Like they're just a tactile, fun, engaging way of breaking down barriers, I think, most of all.
Yeah. So, okay. So I just have one more question for you, Nick, in terms of decks for as a business owner. How have you seen businesses use this to monetize and grow their businesses? Like, how have you seen it used? I know we talked about.
Right. Well, they're promoting by promoting their decks, they're actually putting their content in front of more people, and that gives them the ability to upgrade and upsell to a fuller experience, a fuller course. Like the deck is a bite-sized form of content that just gives you an entry into working with someone. Right? It's not a high price point. It's very simple to get going, and then you can from that you can sell them more decks or sell them upgrades or sell them coaching. But you're in front of them. You're on their phone. You're in their pocket. Right? That's the thing is you're never left at home. You're top of mind because you're right there in their daily rituals and their process for journaling, setting affirmations, meditating, whatever. Right? That's the kind of process that where we're seeing people operate. Is live and breathe your own. If you want to sell this stuff, people actually use this themselves, and then they teach their clients to do the same things that they're benefiting from. Right? That's much more authentic, I think.
Yes, yes. So we actually have some viewers live today. We also, I know there's some people who are going to be watching this later as the replay. If you are watching this now or if you're watching this later, I'd love to know, are you a deck user? Are you on Deckible already? And how do you use your decks? Either for your business, inside your business, or personally. I'd love to have those comments in the links below. That would be amazing. I also will include in the links below, of course, how to find the Deckible app, how to get in there. We'll include that below, as well as how to start to strategize your business. So I have a link down below also about strategizing your business so it can be profitable using a deck. because that's an incredibly important part about this and having it really work for you and your business. So both Astrid and I are very excited about the Deckible app and working with Nick specifically on the incredible features that you have put in here for both deck makers and deck users. So thank you for that, Nick.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
thanks for inviting me on.
Beautiful. So any questions further, post them below or shoot me a message, and we'd love to help you and support you in growing your deck business. And with that, any last words, Astrid?
No, I'm just really excited. I'm excited all over again to bring more of Deckible into my own business with my consulting for cancer patients, and doing more things with Eugene to help people bring their magic out there for their business with a deck, because there are a lot of people who don't see the potential yet. Because you alluded to something, Gene, of the right strategy is not always at people's fingertips, right? So you might think, oh yeah, many people have a deck, and then the small price point, you can't make much money. But if you have the right strategy, it can actually be a huge leverage point if it's used correctly to help you make the impact that you want to make. And that's what gets me really excited, because I'm a visionary and I love helping people make a big impact. I love working with Eugene and helping clients do that.
Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you so much for joining us on Games That Grow Your Biz. And until next time, I invite you to breathe. Connect with and listen to your intuition. Get into a line, inspired, feel-good action. And finally, I invite you to play with your business in a way that grows your impact and income. If you like this video, please click the like button, add a happy comment, and subscribe.